definitely is your Feel Good Breakfast Show, and we're handing out all the Feel Good this morning just for you, yes, on this Monday, just to make you feel a little bit better about being alive. Now, this year in particular, Reforest Fest, we're going to continue the conversation, and they're taking its mission even further with an exciting new addition. It's the Restoration Tent, created in partnership with the UNCCD. Now, this dedicated space will bridge the gap between grassroots, environmental action, and global restoration efforts, bringing together experts, community leaders, and festival goers for meaningful discussions, but not only that, meaningful solutions too.
Yeah, we're getting practical this year, and I like the sound of that. And joining us to unpack this game-changing initiative is Zoe Gould-Angelucci, the director of Green Pop itself, who will share how the Restoration Tent is reshaping the way people engage with sustainability and why it's more important now than ever. So we restore us all, please.
We're working on it,
and I'm going to extend the same courtesy to you. I love you. We love you. We love Green Pop. We love what you represent. We love your movement. Thank you for doing what you do.
Such a pleasure. And just to say, I'm one of 3 directors at Green Pop, so I don't want to take all the credit. But yes.
Well, for now,
very proud
looking as powerful as you are.
Thank you. I'll take it for today.
Yeah, please do. Okay, so we spoke about this Restoration Tent. Please, Zoe, tell me more. What is this? How does it go about?
Yes. So as Michaela mentioned, we've been doing Reforest Fest for 14 years, right? And every year we go and we plant thousands of trees, and it's such an exciting way for people to really get practical about environmentalism. But this year, what's very exciting is we're adding this new knowledge hub element into the festival. So instead of it being only about what's happening at that actual event, you're planting your trees, you're actually taking it and saying, how is this contributing towards some of the bigger things that are happening in the world? How is it linked to all of these other organizations and these global goals? I'm not sure if many people know that we're halfway through the UN Decade on Ecosystem Restoration. It's like the whole decade is supposed to be dedicated to that. And so people are actually contributing to that by coming to the festival.
But if you don't know, you don't know.
You don't know,
If we're not connecting those dots. So how do we do that? Because I think far often, certainly within the NGO space, we're working against each other, fighting for the same money, all trying to achieve the same thing.
Yeah.
Which is, it just means to me, connect the dots.
Yeah.
How do we do that in the sense? What's practical on the day, and how does that speak to the global vision of where we're going?
100%. Yeah, I mean, at Green Pop, we're really all about collaboration. We don't like competing with other NGOs. We love raising everyone else up. We want to find ways to work together and help each other and find those networks and win-win situations. So at the Restoration Tent, it is sponsored by UNCCD, which is the United Nations Convention to Combat Desertification. There we go, I got it. And they work on restoration globally. And so they've actually put out a program for people around the world who run restoration projects to come to Reforest Fest and learn how to turn them into a festival of action. So we're hoping that after this event, we're actually going to see these 15 people who are coming to train with us starting their own Reforest Fests all over the world, which is super exciting. And within the tent, the attendees can also learn so much. We are really giving a platform to all of these very experienced people. We're going to have an amazing panel discussion on the Saturday afternoon to talk about the age of restoration and how our work here contributes globally and fits into this big movement. And then on the Sunday, we're actually giving kind of a soapbox opportunity for all of these restoration experts to share their projects.
I'm thinking of the jumping off points to inspire the next person to do this. Maybe music is their thing. Maybe they want to go down the line conservation. Maybe they need the community engagement and it's the CSI that they're looking for. I love the fact that you've got a working model to show them as you educate. They can see how well it works. It's brilliant.
Yeah. It's very well put together. I wanted to ask you what you hope that attendees will take away from this experience. I mean, Gray touched on all the different boxes that you can get involved in.
Yes.
What do you hope they will feel when they leave?
Yeah, I hope it just connects the grassroots action to the global goals so that they feel like they can kind of exhale a little bit when it comes to climate anxiety, when they feel like they've actually contributed something that is contributing towards the bigger picture. There are thousands of organizations working on work like this around the world. So it's not as though it's an insurmountable problem, you know, that can't be solved. We know how to solve it. We're working on it, and people can come and join us. And that, I think, just gives you such a sense of peace, where you're like, okay, well, you know what? I'm doing something.
Well, and against this kind of storm of hopelessness in many cases, when the world is so polarized around climate, around energy, around fuel, it feels like we've taken a massive step back.
100%.
And I'm going to leave that conversation.
Yeah.
Can we get personal for a second here? For you, why is this different? 14 years, you've proven yourselves, you've earned the right to be able to sit here and say why this works so well. For you, why are these days so amazing?
I think it's really the combination between the practical and the theory that works so well, because I think you get a lot of opportunities as a person working in this kind of field to go to conferences, and you all sit in a row and you listen to the speaker, and it's very closed off, and you have to pay thousands of rands to go, and it's like, are we trying to get people involved in this? Because it kind of seems like you're trying not to invite me. And so, like, there's that side of things, which is like the very, very kind of closed, higher level, like ivory tower kind of conversation. And then you have other things where it's like, yeah, it's a practical activity that you can go and do, but somehow it's never linked to the bigger picture. So you're like, oh, I'm going to go plant a tree on this thing, and
but
that's
what's the
it.
impact?
And then you're like, I don't know if that made any difference.
Sure.
So I think this is so wonderful because it bridges that gap, and it shows people like, here's this amazing global movement. Look at all of these amazing people doing this stuff, and now you're one of them.
Wow. Okay, so how can people get involved? Where can I get my tickets? What do I need to prepare? How do I get into it?
Perfect. So the event is over Easter weekend. It is just outside of Stanford in the Overberg. So beautiful drive. Definitely recommend it. Stop at Peregrine along the way, obviously.
Beautiful.
And you can get your tickets on greenpop.org and see our full lineup and see all of the amazing things that you can look forward to.
The kid-friendly spaces.
Yes.
There is a wine area tent.
Why you point at me when you said that?
It was more of like a hold her back kind of a handle. Sorry, I don't know where that even came from. But the bottom line is everyone is invited because it's our playground. It's our green space.
Absolutely.
We love you guys to say it for like the 100th time today, but we really do mean it. This brings together everything in just the right way, from local action to global impact, connecting those dots. The Restoration Tent is a bold step toward a more connected and sustainable future.
Absolutely, but the real change happens when the festival ends, when people take what they've learned and actually carry it going forward. So please go ahead and visit greenpop.org for more information and to get yourself some tickets. This sounds incredible and also potentially life-changing.
Yep. I just want to see photos of dirty fingernails afterwards, please. That's what we want to see. To Michaela and Zoe, thank you so much. Please give them lots of love if you see them out there at the fest. We're going to return in just a moment. Yes, we are back in the kitchen whipping up some amazing naan breads. And we've got more performances coming your way. In fact, it's starting to feel a little bit less like a Monday.
I love it. Quick fire questions with our one and only artist in the studio. It's going to be absolutely incredible. So please stick around for the spice.
Only you can